Okay, during the Six-Day War, my father was watching the television, and they had tears in their eyes when we won the Six-Day War, and we got Jerusalem, and we got the Kotel, and he said, next year that's where we're going to be, and we didn't even know what he was talking about. And then in 1968, my father worked for an employment agency, and we never had a lot of money growing up. And he made a lot of money. He made a good contact. And so all his friends said, "Oh, Danny, you're going to, live in a beautiful house now. You have a lot of money to have your own house now because we always rented." My father said, "We're going to Israel." Everybody thought we were crazy. We were crazy to go to Israel. This was 1968. So we lasted there. We lived in Mitzpeh Ramon in Beersheba. Mitzpeh Ramon had nothing there, nothing. So we went, and I thought it was a backwards country. I came from America where everything was modern and organized and everything. We lived in a house with a telephone, and we went to Israel, and there was no telephone. I was 10 years old, and I couldn't deal with all this, backwardness. So 2 years later, after 1970, we came back to America. But all my life, I always had Israel in the back of my mind. All my life, I thought, well, maybe we'll go back there. I don't know what's it like now. And this is really painful, 1999, my little children, 1 3 and 1 4, they were at a daycare center in Granada Hills, California, and a gunman came running in with a gun. He was shooting everybody, and there were like a lot of casualties, but thank God there was no fatalities, and my son was spared. A bullet was right above him, and he, thank God, missed it. And me and my ex-husband, at the time we were husband and wife, we said, we have to go to Israel. We made a commitment the day after to make Aliyah. We said, we're going to the Jewish Federation. We're getting the heck out of this crazy country, and we're moving to Israel. We didn't have any idea what we were talking about. We said, and a year later, we made Aliyah in the year 2000 with our little kids, with the whole family, and we just left everything. We threw everything out. We gave everything. We said, we have to get to Israel. They're going to kill us here. They're going to kill us here. That's why we made Aliyah. And it wasn't easy. We lived in Shavei Shomron, and it was a very difficult Aliyah. But then, you get to the point where you just get used to being in a place like Shavei Shomron. You get used to it. You get used to the rats in the Scooby. You get used to all the things that the normal person would never get used to in their lives. So we stayed there, and we've been here for now 24 years. I live in Kidumim, and the biggest prize of my life was when my son was made the head of the class when he graduated from Ahavat Chaim in Kochav Shachar. And when he said, and I brought tears to my ears, he said, "You know who I want to thank? I want to thank my parents for having the vision of making Aliyah and coming to Israel. And because if they didn't do that, my first language is Hebrew now, and my second language is English. And yesterday we just were at his graduation. He got a bachelor's degree, a Torah Rishon, in political science and the Tikshoret, and he worked for the Knesset, and he worked with Bibi Netanyahu, and he also worked for Aruch Arbasre News, and he plans to continue and do in that line of work, and I'm just so proud of being here and seeing my children grow up with Israelis and Jewish people. My daughter married an Israeli who's and all my kids, speak fluent Hebrew. They correct me. I used to know Hebrew before. They all knew Hebrew, and now they surpassed me, which was really happy, and I'm glad about that.